Money moves, money's fungible, and at Dan White and Associates, they want to make sure that your fungibleness is actually fun when you retire, because that's what they do. They are financial planners specializing in retirement income. Andrew Wood is in the Middletown office. You can always reach him at 888-690-8820. After the news at 1:30, Dan or one of the other planners calls in with a tip for you. Hey, Andrew, how you doing?
Doing great, Rick. Thanks for having me.
Sure. Okay, bye. You're an easy laugh. That's why I do that. It's like good sense of humor and smart as all get out. So what is today's tip?
Sure. So I actually came across an article just a couple days ago, and I don't know about you, but I think retirement should be fun.
Yes. Right? Yeah.
It should be something that we enjoy, right? We work hard, for the majority of our life, and then you say, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop working. But there was a recent study or a survey done that says that Americans fear retirement more than they fear death.
Wait. What survey was this?
This is through the USA Today. And,
damn.
I think there's a number of reasons for that. Not only are we more, I guess a lot of retirees or individuals are financially unprepared to retirement, unprepared for retirement, but there's a lot of different reasons, but it's fascinating to me, other than the fact that people are underfunded and things like that. But it says the percentages of those who said retirement is more frightening than divorce was 64%, 61% it's more frightening than death, and then you've got some other reasons. But it's kind of fascinating, right? And I think a lot of it is it's just kind of goes into what we do, which is, retirement income planning, and, what do you do to make sure that you have enough income to pay your bills and do the things that you want to do. So, I think if you want to enjoy your retirement, you want to have fun, and you want to do the things that, you want to do, you have to have a plan for it. But, it fascinates me too. There was one other thing that I think is really important, but it has to do with not necessarily maintaining your lifestyle, but having a purpose.
Yeah,
right.
That
So
makes sense.
I think so for anyone that's out there that is planning on retiring in a year or two or 5 years or 10 years, for a lot of you, work has been a big part of your identity. So we always ask the question is, where do you see yourself when you do retire? Whether it's again 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years from now, what do you envision yourself doing? Because I do think that is important. And a lot of people, believe it or not, haven't really thought about that. They haven't thought about what do they want to do? Do you want to volunteer? Do you want to work part-time just for fun? Do you want to play golf and things like that? You still do need to have a real purpose. A lot of that times it's going to be, grandkids if you're fortunate.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what I hear from a lot of people is grandkids. And not only that, but people like to have enough money to be able to move to where their kids are living so they can be there with the grandkids. Some folks like to do that as well.
No, you're spot on, but it's funny, even the money side of things. So it's still a large percentage, but it's like 39% of individuals say retirement is more frightening than becoming a financial burden on others, which basically means running out of money or not having enough money for medical emergencies. So, although the percentages are still high, they're not nearly as high as some of the other issues that we had talked about. So. Again, I think it's just really important to make sure that you are ironing out a plan. Just making sure that you're figuring out what you want to do, not necessarily even what you want to spend, but what do you want to do? What do you want to do for the rest of your life that still gives you that purpose and meaning, to go forward? And then again, putting together that plan to make sure that you can get there financially as well.
A friend of mine was retiring a few years ago, and he says, "What are you going to do when you retire?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I mean, I like what I do, so maybe I'll do a little radio talk show, do some voiceover work." He said, "Aren't you doing that now?" I said, "Yeah, I guess I'm retired." I mean, I'll do what I do. I'm not going to get. Look, no matter how many lessons, no matter how much I practice, I'm not going to get that much better at guitar. So I've come to that determination. So I'm not. But there are people who really are. They really want to do more than what they're able to do while they're working with their hobbies and crafts and things like that. So that's why we always say, well, get started early when you're retiring. And then right now you look at the markets and you look at, the what do they call it, the Super 7 tech stocks or whatever that are driving the whole market now. NVIDIA just took a huge dump, and because of that, you have tech stocks all around the world that are dropping as well. And people are looking at that saying, oh, my gosh, now, if that's a significant part of your retirement account, then you're probably bleeding internally to see that. What kind of guidance do you give people generally when they talk with you, especially people who are within, say, 15 years of retirement, and they have some substantial retirement savings, but they want to make sure they have plenty when they do retire? What do you lay out for them?
Yeah. So again, when it comes to income, I use this phrase a lot. It's called cash flow. Cash flow meaning what's going out, what's coming in, and I think if you can really focus on that and focus on what do you need, what's going out the door, and making sure that you have enough cash flow to do the things that you want to do. So I always think it's important to make sure you're building out a floor, a baseline that you're going to be okay. You're going to have enough income and cash flow regardless of what happens. And then once that's taken care of, you can kind of plan to do some other things with other money. So, again, I think it's about building a plan that makes sure that you're comfortable, and you don't want to lose sleep at night as well.
That's true. And you take a look at what's going on right now, let's say with money market CDs and such, and the Fed's going to lower interest rates. So if you're comfortable right now and you got a money market making 4.5% to say 5.25%, something like that, they're going to cut that, and you got a plan for that as well. So I don't even know what numbers you use as a baseline, but you sure can't use what we got right now when the Fed is considering cutting rates. There's so many things to go through. Oh, look at this. This may be a different poll. Is this number in your poll? 42% are more afraid of retirement than an unexplained rash.
That's not in my poll, no.
In poll.
That's,
all righty.
No.
That's wondering. All right. Sunday mornings at 7 o'clock. You're the one, Andrew. You are the one I can say something goofy like that. You know your audience. But Andrew's a really, really bright guy, really knows his stuff, and you give him a call for any questions you have. 888-690-8820, 888-690-8820. And then Sunday mornings at 7 on 1150 AM and 1017 FM, streaming live at WDEL.com. Dan White brings... actually, about an hour-long program called On the Money with all sorts of news and knowledge, right?
That's correct. This topic this weekend is going to be the 2024 election and your retirement planning. So it should be a very, very interesting topic.
Good stuff. All right, Andrew, be well, take care, go Phils. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rick. Take care.